More often than not, the focus is on the victims affected by a fire incident or accident when discussing mental health. However, little attention is given to how firefighters cope with their mental well-being, despite research showing that many firefighters face post-traumatic stress disorder and long-term health risks such as lung cancer. ChannelOne News' Kennedy Chumesis sheds light on the health concerns of these frontline workers.
Firefighting is always difficult. If you can't stay in a hot kitchen, if you can't stay in your own hot kitchen, just imagine what firefighting will be like when you have to face a huge fire, the heat, the smoke, and even accidents that you have to attend with the kind of things you see. It takes more courage to be a firefighter.
Every day, they risk their lives to protect us. But when the sirens fade and the smoke clears, some of these heroes face an invisible enemy, one that doesn't simply vanish with the flames.
For mental health, it's not easy. At times, when you go to fires, see dead or accidents, see dead bodies. When you come home, even when your wife cook for you, you can't even eat. When you that thing, you call that thing, you can't even eat. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Post-traumatic stress disorder is often associated with soldiers on the battlefield. But what happens when our frontline heroes, who are firefighters, return from their own war zones, only to be confronted with a physical, emotional, and psychological battle of their own? For some, their scars aren't just mental, they bear lifelong physical reminders, including burns sustained in their line of duty.
We have a situation where they are consistently witnessing people lose their lives and properties that they have, acquired all their lives. And in some cases, having to deal with that over and over and over and over again, right? It has this tendency to cause the post-traumatic stress disorder, and even it's depressive, or it gets them depressive. Because imagine that you are the one handling such a situation, and every time you go, you are witnessing this. And so it's the chronic stress from the repeated exposure to the trauma. So it's chronic as a result of the repeated exposure to the trauma. And that cumulative trauma will then lead to the post-traumatic stress disorder.
For firefighters, this trauma often stems from responding to life-threatening situations such as fires, witnessing devastating accidents, or even losing their fellow fighters. I spent time with Emmanuel Ofosu. He is a former Division 1 referee whose dedication to saving lives led him to firefighting. However, his work has left him with health scars that have profoundly affected his left eye.
I was a referee by then, active referee, strong one, Division 1 referee. But the thing has affected my left eye. I cannot see proper. So emotionally, it affected me. And then I went for the fitness test at Takrady. I failed. So because of that, I just quit. You see, but still, as the firefighting there is within me, so I'm still doing it.
The incidents he has encountered have significantly impacted his mental health. As a result, he now fears entering confined spaces to perform his duties during a fire.
Psychologically, it has affected me much because whenever there's a fire call and we go, and this fire is in a confined area, in fact, I'm afraid to enter. If it is a plane, like a normal, like Katamanto like this, so I can go there and do everything. But if it is in confined area, it has affected me so much that I cannot enter at all. I will be standing there, look at them, that's what affected me much.
Why can't you enter?
I'm afraid of explosion again. Or I can go there and then explosion will happen again. I don't know what will come the second time.
The impact of PTSD doesn't just stay at the fire station. It follows these heroes home affecting their relationships, mental well-being, and ability to navigate everyday life. George Tete, a firefighter who has endured severe burns while on duty, recounts his struggles.
They took another part of my thigh to build my ear. Now that my ear has been built to my skull, so they are now going to remove the ear from the skull. Now they will be doing implant that will let the hair also grow back.
Despite his lasting health conditions, George Tete continues to serve, but his scars are a constant reminder of the danger he faces.
I had multiple bends. Almost about 50% of my body bent. I bent my face, my back, my limbs, my legs. The lucky I made is that I couldn't get a bend at this area, at where my tummy is, like it should have, which should be west. I received treatment over there for 93 days in ICU. Intensive care. I was hanged, both my legs and I couldn't lie at my back, because when you lie on the saw too, it doesn't heal. Honestly speaking, it is not easy.
Adding to the challenge, the American Lung Association highlights the respiratory diseases remain a significant health issue for firefighters. Their constant exposure to toxic gases, chemicals, and smoke places them at greater risk. Many firefighters confirm these health concerns during their routine checkups.
We've had so many causes to have side effects of what we inhale, because so many things that burn are toxic to our health. For instance, I was once at the hospital for a checkup and the doctor asked me, do I smoke? When I've never tested a smoke before, but he asked me whether I smoke, because he doesn't know my profession. So I have to tell him I'm a firefighter. Sometimes the things we cough out when we come back from site fires, you'll be coughing out mucus with blood all over it. So we face so many things inhaling smoke, side effects so many. Sometimes we have long-term effects that we cannot even get cure for.
Does it worry you?
Oh yes, it worries us.
But how do firefighters cope with these mental health challenges? Are there strategies in place to help them manage the immense pressure they face daily? Firefighter Nimai shares his perspective.
You being a professional, you just have to take everything as how should I put it? Normal. You may attend to an emergency, and how the situation of the accident, or how the casualty is in there, and the number of injuries is very difficult to go about it. Okay, you may go home and that kind of injuries that you met is still there, as if you are still on the grounds. Okay, but as a professional, you just have to, you are dealing with human beings. You know what you are coming to face. You know what fire service does. So if you tune your mind like that, I think you are okay to go. But if you don't know those kind of things, those things will haunt you and haunt you forever.
Founder of Zomujo, a mental health organization, also explained to ChannelOne News on support system to help their mental health as the government also gears up to step in.
Truth is that, Kennedy, in our part of the world, we've not shed so much light and raised as much curtain on mental health. People get stigmatized when they are talking about mental health. And in that line of their job, where it's the high risk, sometimes they don't even have the appropriate equipment or gear to carry on their activities. It's prudent that we tailor interventions for them. So some of the interventions would be to have regular mental health check-ins with them, right? So regularly, and that is why I think I say it as a whole organizational or institutional approach to it. So regularly, we are having mental health check-ins. We also establish a peer support program for firefighters. Again, they will need access to professional counseling.
We see things that leaves us traumatized forever. We see things that, moving forward in life, it affects the way we think. It affects even how we even relate to our children and our families. You see people's head cut off, and then you have to be able to live with it as the job requires. We work with little resources, and yet we motivate ourselves. The last thing we expect is attack and then insults from Ghanaians. Almost every Ghanaian has experienced the positive side of the Ghana National Fire Service. Be it rescue, be it a fire, be it flood. We've been there. We've saved you before. Let the insults, the condemnations be limited, and let us see more of support, so that as we deal with the psychological turmoil of the job, we're able to still be committed to serving you, the good people of Ghana.
Every day, firefighters face danger, trauma, and the weight of lives lost or saved. But what happens when the sirens stop and the gear comes off? Beneath the uniform, many carry a silent burden, battling unseen scars from the physical toll of the job to the mental toll that often goes unnoticed. The long hours, the high stress scores, and the constant threat to their own safety take a hidden toll on their health and their minds. Support the mental health of our heroes. I am Kennedy Chumesi, reporting for Channel One News.